Okay, let's get started. I am starting off with no makeup on and just going in with this Mario Badescu moisturizer to moisturize my face. I've been loving this stuff. I've been using it for a couple weeks now. And then I'm going in with my Urban Decay Optical Illusion Complexion Primer. Not my favorite primer that I have, but I'm kind of trying to like use it up. Then I'm taking this Makeup Revolution concealer, definitely my favorite concealer at the moment, and I'm going to use that to prime my eyes. And then I'm just taking this little baby Real Technique sponge and dabbing off the excess product and really pushing it into my skin. Then with this Too Faced Born This Way translucent powder, I'm just lightly setting the concealer. And then with this Morphe eyelid primer, I'm just going to be dabbing a little bit on my lid just because I know I am going to be putting on a glittery shade with my finger. Then with this Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette, this one is called, I believe, Ring the Alarm, and I love it. I'm going in with Mugshot and just using that as a, not a transition, oh my god, that's so hard to say, transition shade, but I'm going to be starting with that in my crease and building it up to almost the entire eye. And then with the shade Boom, I am going to be using my finger and dabbing that all over my lid. And then I'm taking that fluffy brush again and just going over the Mugshot color. Now, this is the Wet n Wild liquid liner. I ended up buying the waterproof version because they didn't have the regular one, and this is usually my favorite liquid liner, but I have to say it's so different than the regular one and I don't like it at all. But I made do. I did like a tiny little baby wing. Then I'm going in with some lashes. These are the House of Lashes Iconic Lashes, and I just use Duo Lash Glue and I pop those on my eyes. Now I'm going in with the Milk Mascara. I feel like it's called the Kush Mascara. I got this as like one of those little Sephora gifts that you get with purchase, and I actually really like it. Now I'm taking my Born This Way foundation as well as my Naked Skin foundation. These are two of my favorites. I usually use just the Born This Way, but I'm not quite dark enough for it right now. And I'm just going to be putting that all over my face and using a beauty blender to blend all of that out. With this Milk Makeup matte bronzer, I'm just going to be doing a little bit of cream contouring on my face, my cheekbones, my jawline, my forehead, under my bottom lip, and I'm going to be blending that out with another Real Technique sponge. And these are wet sponges, by the way. I feel like that goes without saying, but I do get them wet before I use them. Now I'm going to conceal my face and brighten up under my eyes a bit with the same Makeup Revolution concealer and another Real Technique sponge. Also doing my forehead, my nose, and my chin as well. With that same Too Faced translucent powder, I will be setting where I just placed the concealer. So under my eyes, my forehead, my nose, and my chin. Now with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit, I will be using this shade here on the bottom left. I used up pretty much all of the warmest shade, so now I'm just defaulting to this one, but I actually do like it quite a lot. I'm taking this big fluffy brush, which comes in handy for bronzer quite a lot, and the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, and I'm going to be warming up those areas that I did a little bit of contour. This is not the original butter bronzer. It's actually like a sunset version, so it's a little warmer and darker, which I really love. If you love MAC's Give Me Sun, you would probably really like this as like a dupe for that. Then with the NYX oh my god, NYX Microbrow Pencil, I'm going to be starting to define my brows. With the Anastasia Dip Brow in the shade Chocolate, I'm taking a little liner brush and just further defining my brows. I like this to make it a little more bold and defined. Now with the NYX, I think they call it brow mascara. It's like just a brow gel. I'm going to be putting that on top of my brows to set them in place, and it does give them a little bit more of a color, which I do like as well. Now back to the Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm taking Mugshot again, and I'm just going to be smudging underneath my lash line. Now with the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eyeliner Pencil. This is the shade Perversion, which is like an oldie but a goodie, very, very black liner, and I'm going to be putting that in my waterline. And smudging it out as well with that same brush. Now with this Morphe blush palette, I think this is just called the Warm Blush Palette. I'm taking that shade, I think it's called Sweet, and putting that right on the apples of my cheeks. And then with the Makeup Revolution setting spray, I'll be setting my face and patting it into my skin with a beauty blender. Now for highlight, I'm taking the Carli Bybel Deluxe BH Cosmetics palette and this kind of pinky peach shade. Believe it or not, this is actually the only highlighter I own at the moment. I need to go get some more, but I'm just going to be highlighting my cheekbones as well as my brow, my lip, my nose, and I'm going to be highlighting quite a lot. Now with this Urban Decay lip pencil, I forgot the shade, but I will list it below. I'm going to be lining my lips. And then with this Urban Decay lipstick, again, totally forgot the name, but I'll list it. I'm going to be putting that all over my lips. I love this color. It's so fun and vibrant. Then with this Wet n Wild liquid catsuit, I think it's called Flirt, something like that. I'll list it below, but I'm just adding this on top for a little bit more of like a bright pink touch, kind of bubblegummy, and a little more of a gloss. I thought it looked really pretty together. And then that is the final look. I hope you guys loved it. I hope you have an amazing Valentine's Day. I personally am single as a Pringle, so this makeup look is for me, myself, and I, and hopefully you who enjoyed watching, and I will see you next time.